Hey, and welcome back to Cooking with Ro. Welcome to the month of October, and spooky season has just begun. Now, if you've been following up with me, you'd know I've got a few cool cooking books last month, and I've been spending the later portion of September fine-tuning and testing out these recipes. This here recipe is from the Elder Scrolls official cooking book by Chelsea Monroe-Cassel. I'll be providing a link to the book and the ingredients list in the description box below. I've also made my own tweaks to the recipe. For filming, I'll show you the original, but I'll explain the tweaks I've made for when I make this on my own. Today, I want to introduce you Seared Nordic Barnacles. Let's begin. For the ingredients, we're going to need 1 pound of sea scallops. For this video, I use these jumbo sea scallops, but they are half a pound. 2 to 3 bacon strips, or pancetta. 1 cup of white wine. If you don't want to use alcohol, you can use an alcohol-free white wine, or use Pellegrino sparkling water with the flavor peach. A splash of apple cider vinegar or white wine vinegar. 2 cloves of garlic, minced. 2 tablespoons of crushed juniper berries, or blueberries if you can't find them, because dried doesn't nearly have the same effect, as I've come to find out. 6 tablespoons of butter. However, if you use pancetta instead of bacon, you don't exactly need this. I'll explain why later. And lastly, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Let's begin, Dragonborn. Now, in a large bowl, we're going to add in our wine, juniper berries, and a splash of vinegar. Most Nords from Solitude to Wimham have at one point or another gone out to scour the coast for barnacles and oysters. These hard shells hide delicious treasures if you know how to prepare them, and their relative rarity makes them a highly sought-after ingredient. Place in the scallops and coat them. Set the bowl aside for 20 minutes. Next, I minced up my garlic. The recipe calls for 2 cloves, but feel free to add or subtract based on your taste. We're going to place our garlic into a small bowl to set it aside for later. Now, in a large pan, cook your strips of bacon or pancetta until crispy. Note, if you try to do this with pancetta, keep the remaining animal fat in the pan to use as a substitute for the butter later. After you take out your bacon, pat dry that remaining fat/oil with a paper towel and crumble it into bits into a small bowl. Set it aside for now. Now, Dragonborn, return the pan to the stove. Once the scallops have been marinating for 20 minutes, heat up your pan to medium-high heat, using either the butter or the leftover pancetta fat as your cooking oil. Place the scallops flat side down onto the pan with some space between them. Note, do not throw away the marinating liquid. We will use it later. Sear the scallops until they form a golden brown crust, approximately 3 minutes on each side. Once your scallops have been seared on both sides, remove them onto a separate plate. Now, we move on to the sauce. Using the same pan and oil, we're going to cook our minced garlic until it is a fragrant and golden brown color. Approximately another 3 minutes. Add in the reserved marinade liquid along with the maple syrup and simmer until the sauce is somewhat reduced and thickened. The recipe book calls for 3 to 5 minutes, but I reduce it for 5 to 8 minutes so it gets even thicker. Now, Dragonborn, it is time to serve. Sprinkle on the crumbled bacon or pancetta onto your scallops. And pour some of that sauce on top. And so, that concludes today's video. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more recipes as we kick off Spooky Month. If you want to see more behind the scenes, follow me on Facebook or Instagram at Alquatica. Again, if you want to purchase this book, the link is in the description box below. See you next time, Dovahkiin. Ciao.